What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video, as you can see on your screens, I will show you that everybody lies. And I will prove you that the head of OTC market lied to you. The person who had to protect your rights in court lied to you. And I will show you that pretty much everyone lies in their lives. So, and before we dive deep into all of these, guys, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, this is the post that I wrote on January the 30th. It is a public post that you can find on my Patreon. It is pretty much all trade alerts that I made from December the 1st to January the 30th. These are the results of these alerts. You can see that all of the trades were in profit except this one on December 19th. TRWV hit a stop loss order and we've lost about 1.33% on this trade, but all other trades are in green. That is why you can use these trades in your personal trades as a part of your due diligence. So guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market. So, and let's begin with this tweet that was written by Scipio. Scipio wrote this: going through documents, I caught something interesting. This FOIA of OTC Market CEO Coulson coaching the SEC about the MMTLP situation says something that is blatantly false. He states that FINRA halted trading after the final distribution X date. What? There was no X date according to the corporate action. From this perspective, FINRA acted properly, while at the same time lying to the SEC about the sequence of events. The halt happened on December the 9th of 2022, before any distribution had occurred. So, what is this guy talking about? Anyone else still angry after 3 years? I want my money back. And guys, definitely we know that Mr. Coulson misled MMTLP community at least twice. Here is the second time, and the first time we know that he told in his interview that the last day of trading should be December the 12th, and he lied because the U3 halt was implemented on December the 8th. So let me show you another quite interesting update. Here is the tweet from Scott Trott, and he wrote it just 2 days ago, and it is quite a lengthy tweet, but it explains that Greg McCabe lied to you as well. So he wrote, and this MMTLP kiddies is why you all will probably never see a dime from the MMAT bankruptcy unless Spears and yours truly can convince Judge Speaker that the entire MMTLP spin-off from TRCH was fraudulent, and it was. And we truly own all MMAT shares, and we get the people who blew up metamaterials and drove it under indicted. This is why the McCabe and NextBridge subpoena is so important. Look at this analysis of McCabe's involvement in the Arabella bankruptcy and don't take my words here as gospel. I will post the link to the federal judge's decision and assessment of McCabe, who he found to be, well, full of shit and having zero credibility. This is the beginning. The bankruptcy judge's opinion dated December 22nd of 2022 in the case of Morris D. Wise, Chapter 11 trustee for Arabella Petroleum Company versus Arabella Exploration, does not directly accuse McCabe, referred to as Mr. McCabe or associated with McCabe Petroleum Corporation MPC, of fraud or wrongdoing. However, it highlights several elements where McCabe's actions through undocumented and improperly accounted transactions with Heisenberg, the debtor principal, enabled or facilitated self-dealing breaches of fiduciary duty and fraudulent transfers that harmed the debtor, Arabella Petroleum Company, and its creditors. These are tied to Heisenberg's overall scheme of prioritizing related entities like Arabella Exploration over the debtor, leading to its insolvency. Below is a summarized list of every relevant element from the opinion with context, page references, and key quotes. Note that McCabe's role is portrayed and complicit in enabling Heisenberg's misconduct rather than as a primary actor. And guys, in this post, you can see how Greg McCabe hid the information about his actions that is directly related to his company McCabe Petroleum, where he hid some information that could be crucial for the shareholders of the company. And that is why, guys, you can see that these elements collectively paint McCabe's involvement via MPC as enabling Heisenberg's misconduct through lax, undocumented financial arrangements and supportive testimony, though the opinion focuses primarily on Heisenberg's liability. For additional context, court records from 2017 show a $2.1 million settlement between the trustee and MPC to resolve disputes over potentially fraudulent transfers, but this is not detailed in 2022 opinion. No direct recoveries or judgments against McCabe are awarded in this decision. And guys, later on, Scott Roth wrote this. Here's the judge ruling. Remember, kids, once the milk is sour, it's done. And yes, this is not for the first time when Greg McCabe, let's say, didn't follow the rules, didn't follow the laws, and he breached fiduciary duty and breached several laws that were really harmful for his shareholders of another company. And definitely, it is not for the first time. And I have to admit that if he did it once, he can definitely continue to do so. On top of that, guys, let me show you another tweet from Scott Roth. He wrote it again on March 16th, and he said, so who are the two pump and dumpers that John Burdas hired to pump TRCH in September 2020? The SEC knows. Kind of funny how suddenly the talking heads in MMTLP and MMAT vanish into thin air, all except Jacob Simitian, Jack Smithy, who is probably on the payroll from the two clowns in Texas. But who are these two, really? I'm curious as to who these two are. My suspicions are that due diligence and who didn't Debbie do in Dallas are the two receivers of the $3,000 and $5,000 monthly fee from Burda. Anybody else have ideas? But your ticket take the right. Postscriptum. I asked Burda, but his lawyers told him no. And here is the document. You can see that it is page 22nd of 46, and here is the case number. And right here you can clearly see that Burda caused Torchlight to keep on no records documenting why Torchlight paid the stock support consultants $3,000 and $5,000 per month plus stock warrants for their services. And yes, this is the investigation that is ongoing against Burda, and we know that for me it is crystal clear that TRCH from the very beginning was a pump and dump scheme, and it was quite successful for the people who orchestrated these actions. And on top of that, guys, you know that John Burda, he created another company, Flamethrower, back in 2023, I guess, in January 2023 or January 2024, and he hired Wes Christian to investigate all the actions that happened and that surrounding the MMTLP saga. But guys, take a look right here. So, wait a second, I will show you somewhere here. Yes, Wes Christian and Roman Sukes wrote this tweet. Wes Christian and the naked shorted hunters again going down in flames. Dismissed spoofing lawsuit. Makes me wonder if he doesn't get settlements on these lawsuits. Why does he file them in the first place? Things that make you go, And guys, this is the tweet from Ocelot, and Ocelot made basically the statement, and he reposted the judge's decision where Malin Automotive, and I also made a lot of videos about this company. It is a pure fraudulent company that harmed a lot of shareholders, and Wes Christian also was hired to investigate the so-called naked shorting activity that was the reason of the endless downfall of its share price. And unfortunately, or fortunately for now, we have the decision that was made by the Malin Automotive, formerly known Malin Automotive, and for now it is the Bollinger Motors board of directors, and they have stipulated to a voluntarily dismissal with prejudice in their spoofing suit against IMC Financial. And guys, let me show you, wait a second, somewhere here, I will show you that Wes Christian, well, has a lot of actions that didn't make him a very good lawyer against the so-called wrongdoers. Every time when someone hires him to investigate the so-called naked shorting, these actions lead to nowhere. It doesn't have any results. These cases don't have any results in favor of shareholders. And here you can see the tweet from Scott Roth again. On March 26, 2026, the right may come to an end in the first court appeal in Houston and in Nevada. And he refers to this tweet that was written by Shadow City on March 17. It is quite a long tweet which explains all the actions that were made by Wes Christian, and that explains how, well, unprofessional he is in terms of his help to anyone who might be harmed by naked shorters. That is why, guys, everyone lied to you. And guys, you have to keep in mind that if you want to have a resolution in this case, you have to see the bigger picture, and you have to realize who did what and who is the real wrongdoer in this case. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys until next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna